So I got a new pair of headphones a few years ago. They're at home or else I would show them to you. I use them just about every single day and I really like them. They're on the nice end of the consumer headphones. It's not like they're fancy audiophile studio headphones or anything like that, but they're nice. They were my home office for COVID and so I wanted to get something, nice. And I remember putting on the headphones right after I got them, the very first day that I got them actually, and I put on Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, one of the great jazz albums of all time. And while it's probably not my all-time favorite, it's certainly one that I've listened to, oh boy, over the years and years and years, over and over and over and over again. I know it pretty well. And so, as you probably already know, So What is the first track on that thing, and the very first solo is Miles' solo. It's a very famous solo. Again, I've heard that countless times. I could probably sing along with it, that's how well I know it. But that day, with those headphones in, I felt like I was listening to it again like it was the very first time. It was right there in the first couple of bars of his solo that I heard him gliding into some of his notes, just like he always does on this recording. I mean, my goodness, it came out in 1959. It's not like it's changed or anything. And someone better versed in jazz could give you a better term than this, but the texture of that glide blew me away. I don't know another way to say it. The texture of that glide into that note. I really love being surprised like that. I don't like surprises overall, but I love hearing something again for the first time, especially something simple with such suddenly new depth, I read a really lovely book a few weeks ago, and I wanted to share an insight from it. It's nothing fancy, nothing newly profound, but so well written, so well considered, so well communicated that it felt like the first time I was hearing this idea. The book is Henry Nouwen's book, Making All Things New. It's at home, or else I would hold it up and show you. I also would have held up a copy of Kind of Blue as well, and also my headphones, but alas, I'm not at home. Anyway, this book is giving an antidote to the busyness that we all have. Basically, all this busyness that we fill our lives with, it causes worry and anxiety. It causes decentering and a deeply unfulfilled mode of living. And so he's advocating for an alternative, what he calls a spiritual life, which as a pastor, I give a big thumbs up to. He says, it is important for us to realize that Jesus in no way wants us to leave our multifaceted world. Rather, he wants us to live in it, but firmly rooted in the center of all things, which is Jesus. And you get this spiritual life centered and rooted on Jesus in two ways. He says you can get it with solitude, something most of us lack, or at least we try to avoid in today's society. And the second way is in community, something that we have, but it doesn't always feel like it's high enough quality. It's in that paradoxical combination there of solitude and community. That's where we can be at most present with Christ. And while this is nothing new, it sure did feel like I was hearing it for the first time. And that's what I hope for you. Solitude and community. Anyway, until next time, peace be with you.